All right, we're gonna plant this witch hazel, which is part of a hedgerow along a fence in a suburban, urban area in northern Kentucky in Latonia. And the witch hazel is going to be a filler plant that grows in a shrubby, multi-stemmed approach. And it's gonna produce a really nice flower in February when we definitely need some color. So the first step is to have spaced it out, right? We did a little bit of ground prep. Now we're gonna do our next step in ground prep, which is just to clear the area. So we've got a Rogue hoe. Thank you, Rogue, for making great hoes. We're gonna just scalp that vegetation off. Now we're planting in and amongst a bunch of trees, a bunch of ivy, which seemed like a great idea way back when they were using that as a ground cover. Not so much anymore. So we're going to use the hoe before the shovel to be the first thing that breaks the ground. Really good soil here. Using a heavier tool like this or a mattock to break through those plant roots. Now we're gonna come in with the shovel. Do it again. Thank you, assistant. And we use this type of shovel to move the soil into the pile. Try to use legs as much as possible. We're going to use this deeper shade shovel from Garrett Wade. Thank you, Garrett Wade, for making great tools as well. Now, we don't have to go very wide, but we want to make sure we get the proper depth and loosen below the hole. So we dug to the height that I think we should be, and we're going to test it by placing this witch hazel in here. And now we don't look at the top of the pot because the plant is recessed just a couple inches. So that looks pretty good to me. It's probably a bit too low, but the next step is to form a cross, or at least one slice at the bottom of the hole to help with water infiltrating, plant roots getting down. Sometimes when you dig a hole, you actually form a clay pot, and then the water will build up in it, and the plant can go, or the plant root zone can go anaerobic, and the plant may die. So we use a deep shovel like this to break up that compaction, and we just wiggle it back and forth to get it up, but also to score the sides. And then do it again. Often underutilized technique right there, but definitely helps in tree planting. So I saw it was a little bit too deep. A couple handfuls of soil back in. This is the witch hazel. Tip, pull. Then we're going to inoculate with mycorrhizal fungi. So we've got a powder from Plantonix, makes a really great product as well. We're gonna just sprinkle that on the plant and into the bottom of the hole. Place that in a way that kind of gets the stem a little bit straight, and then backfill. As we go, we press just a little bit. We need contact with the roots of the plants and this soil that's just been disturbed, which is why we're going to water it with a kelp water that gives it a little boost to also stimulate root growth. And just backfill that a little bit, press down a little bit, beautify, make sure the tag is up off the ground, and we're good to go.